Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Forgive my ignorance. Is the constellation Orion, or center of the Milky Way, a portal to heavens? Are the 7 Earths all in the same galaxy as us?
Orion and Orion's belt is very important because the cave of Prophet Qar Thur is the same name for the Orion's belt. So it has an immense reality. So I show you your signs upon the horizon and within ourselves. So these are important realities of the horizon that they represent different realities. But most important now is within the self and the spiritual connection, is that you have 7 realities. Instead of worrying where these 7 earths are, is that worry about the 7 realities and my 7 paradise realities. The particular location, the size is again back to what's necessary for us in our training right now, is you have to connect with yourself. You have 7 names in these 7 paradises. Your job is to traverse into yourself to begin to know those names. That journey can't start until you've made a strong connection with the Shaykh. And that's why you make 7 tawaf on Hajj. You go 7 times because your 7 names, your 7 reality and your 7 paradises. Those have to be understood. InshaAllah, so we keep it always on focus of our curriculum so that we try to achieve something. Otherwise just to know for knowing then it's not necessarily necessary. But to know from the curriculum of what you need to know on your exam is you need to know yourself. Who knows himself will know his Lord. Arafa nafsahu arafa rabbahu. So in that has an immense reality. So the one who takes the journey to know himself and his walking in his path is inside him, and then to know all the realities within himself. As he knows himself he'll be drawing closer to his Lord because his Lord is located inside not outside. That's why I said the power is inside. When you're journeying inside, making intention inside, everything outside begins to happen. So I don't know if people understand that. You say you wanna, it's an example because we teach by analogy. You want to make something happen, so you start to go build it and make it and force everything to be that way. But what they're teaching is actually go inside. Go inside, take your journey inside, do all your spiritual practice and spiritual energies and all of these with a strong spiritual intention, with a strong spiritual reality. As you work inside you'll turn around one day and it's all already been made for you. But when you focus on just making your physical reality of what you wanted, you forgot the inside journey. And the one whom builds only his outward structure, his inner shell is empty so the outward structure just collapses. But the one whom is busy building themselves begins to have a miraculous connection with the Divine, everything begins to miraculously appear for that servant. Means things will open in ways they cannot understand. That's why I say God works in miraculous ways. Anybody who's been around a shaykh they know that. Everything opens for everybody miraculously because they were busy working on themselves. Then Allah fixed everything, right? So we have a person who spent his whole life building himself, Allah sent a dead relative and gave him a whole bounty, a huge check and said, here it is. Well, how did that happen? But he could have had a different life and said, oh, I'm going to go work every day, I'm going to go out, do this, do that, do this, go hunt in this world. But that was different. So those souls whom Allah has a calling to, they're busy building themselves, When they build themselves, that outside can already be done. So that has a miraculous nature in that, and that has an immense realities. To build the inner reality, Allah can take care of all of the other. But if you busy yourself on the other, you're empty inside, and that has no value in the heavens, an empty shell. InshaAllah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Can we make the connection